Oh my gosh, Josh, it's a giant.
No way.
Yes, come here.
Think so?
It's a different bug.
Holy cow. No way.
Can you see this?
I can see that. What's up, guys? Zach and I are headed to Arizona. It's December 26th. We left late last night after Christmas and we're coming back. We were down here in January earlier this year. Had an awesome time, learned a ton. Just didn't seal the deal. We still have both our tags and the season's open until the end of the year. So we're gonna explore a few more new areas, but we're gonna hit some of the old areas we went this past January as well. And hopefully we can find some coues.
So, find out soon.
Heck yeah, let's go. Let's go kill some coues.
Let's do it.
Seen two for sure. Started seeing deer right away, and we've seen a lot of deer this morning. A mix of coues and muleys. Actually got our eyes on our first desert muley, so that's kind of cool. We got eyes on a really good muley buck. It's a mainframe 3x3. I guess he's got an extra 4th point on his left side. It's going to be a challenge trying to get in on these deer just because you get down there and everything kind of looks the same. Aside from these deer, we also saw some really good coues bucks. One of them, a really nice one. I mean, if we had to guess, probably 110, 115 inch coues, which is well over Boone and Crockett if you're not familiar with coues. We've seen a lot of deer this morning. It's a beautiful morning. Hopefully you can get down in there and get on this buck. So right now I've got kind of an ongoing rivalry with muleys over the last 2 years, and I've had several mishaps this year especially. So coming down here looking for muleys, I knew we were just asking for trouble, so stay tuned to see how this goes. I'm sure some fiasco will happen out of this, but hope for the best.
For those of you that know Zach, you know Zach kills a lot of giant whitetails, so it's about time he lays hands on a big old mature mule deer.
I hope so. It's been a long time coming, I can tell you that.
What do you think about that, Zach?
I think we're a little close to Mexico.
Zach and I are moving in on this buck, and it is so quiet. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna hike back to the vehicle. I'm gonna grab our rattling antlers. We're gonna see if we can set up somewhere down here with the wind in our face. We'll use that heads-up decoy. See if we can call him in, because I don't think we're gonna be able to sneak up on him for a shot. It's so quiet. We'll see what happens.
Well, we're hiking back to the rig right now, and it's been an exciting last couple hours. We started by doing a couple of rattling sequences down this creek bottom, and didn't get anything to come in, but as we were coming out of the creek, we bumped a group of does, looked like about 5 or 6 of them. So we kind of just trailed them the direction we went, and kind of just took it slow. And we actually ended up walking up on the herd that we spotted earlier this morning with the big buck in there. I popped the decoy on my bow, and we were able to get just a little over 100 yards on the buck. One lone doe off to the left that was about 50 yards from us ended up pegging us and blowing the whole whole thing out of there. Close but no cigar. It was pretty cool to see that buck up close. He's everything we thought he was. He's the buck you dream about all year. So I guess we're gonna go check out a couple other spots and hopefully turn up something there before dark.
Zach and I are glassing from this mountaintop, and we just spotted this huge muley buck. He looks like he's got at least 5 points on his right side. Almost looks more like a whitetail rack than anything, but he does have a split coming off his right G2. Just an enormous mule deer, especially for public land out here and an over-the-counter unit in Arizona. So we're gonna see if we can keep eyes on him and hopefully watch him bed, maybe make a move. Camera died. Zach's got the other one up on top of the hill, so all I've got is the GoPro. This is gonna be a pretty tough stalk, but there is a little bit of a breeze, so it might just happen. This ground is ridiculously loud, so it's very hard to sneak through, and there's a lot of does with this buck, but gotta try if you want to make it happen. Can't find any sign of the deer anywhere. Got on their trail where we last saw them, followed it down quite a ways, and they pretty much went into this thick bush down in this wash and just could not see them anywhere. Just walking this wash back towards camp. I'm gonna give Zach a call and go back there, make a plan for the rest of the day.
We had a slight mishappening here and got to replace a tire. That's what happens when you hunt somewhere where everything wants to stick and poke you to death. We'll get her fixed.
Well, the old spare that's 17 years old, right?
Something like that.
Just doesn't happen to have any air in it, so we're gonna toss the old flat one back on. It's got a little bit more air. Maybe we'll make it into town, maybe not.
We'll see.
It'll be an adventure nonetheless.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This hillside here and some of the stuff behind us, and we saw 8 does, maybe a few more than that. No bucks yet though. Where the does are at, we're just bound to find a buck, so we're gonna stick after it. Maybe work back up along the backside of this ridge here and blast down into some of these bottoms and just keep working our way along and keep blasting, I guess. Hopefully turn up a buck here pretty soon. So.
Oh, okay. See him?
So we got a buck spotted over here on this hillside. He's actually bedded right now, but he's got 2 does up above him. Right now I'm gonna take this hiking trail, go over there, check the wind, and go from there, I guess. Pretty excited to go on a stalk, see how it goes.
You're gonna get him, buddy.
I hope you're right.
buck and that doe made it all the way up to the very top, the very peak of that mountain over there. And Zach is on the very peak of the mountain. He's working his way down right there towards him. The buck went right over the edge, so I can't see the deer or Zach right now, but he's walking in right on top of him. So we'll see what happens. It's a good scenario if he doesn't spook him or rush it if he doesn't know exactly where they're at. So hopefully he slows down once he gets to that saddle, throws up the decoy, and I bet he gets a shot. So cross our fingers. This is awesome. Hello? Zach, can you hear me? Are you there? Maybe a FaceTime will go through. Dude, did you get him? No way.
Can you see this?
I can see that. Did you get him?
We're gonna have to give him we're gonna have to give him a little bit of time. It's a little bit far back, man.
Okay.
Do you wanna? Should I just come back to you and mark this?
Yeah.
That way I don't walk up. Okay.
Yep.
Dude, one problem. My boots are up on top of the hill and he ran right by him, I think. I don't want to. I took them off to stop him. And,
Oh, poor connection.
so I get up on that rock and like I couldn't get a hold of you or whatever, and I drop down. And like just as I drop down, I look up and there's a buck chasing a doe in that saddle.
Yeah.
So I glass him and it's that 3x3, and he drops over the backside. And dude, on the backside of that, it's unbelievable back there. Like
Just like steep or what?
It's steep, but it's like shady, like a lot of trees,
really?
and there's sign all over back there. There's a scrape back there.
Dang.
Anyways, he was bedded on like literally like a deer trail. Like
Really?
he was there, and so I picked out a big burnt tree there, and I came up on the saddle like right at the top of that peak.
Yeah.
And I picked out that burnt tree, just slid off my boots, and I made my way over the tree. Like I'm looking down on the trail and I don't see him. And like I think I got too far north, so I start like coming back south a little bit, and then I see him bust up off the trail, and he runs up the hill like, and it was about an angle like this, like it was a little bit of a slope, and he comes up and I pulled back and I held 40 like right on him, and I shoot, and like I wasn't even like paying attention to my limbs, and I I rushed it too. I mean, I thought he was gonna bolt, and it hit him a little bit back, and he busted up over the top of the ridge like right where I'd taken my boots off.
Yeah.
And so like I just left it. I didn't want to go up there or anything. There's blood on the ground right there, and my arrow was right where he was standing, pretty covered in blood. So
Good.
like, yeah, man,
Dang, that's exciting. Holy cow.
kind of sucked leaving my boots there. Though. I was
That
like,
was a long,
I was
long
walking
time.
like this, and then I walked by a bunch of hikers, and they're just like looking at me like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I promise I'm not as stupid." Like, and then I walk over here, and the lady's like, "Where are your shoes?" And I'm like, "Up on that mountain over there."
That's funny, dude.
Elk steaks and deer camp. Don't get much better than that.
Throwing them up right here in the parking lot. And there's some good steaks. What are we doing?
Well, we're waiting to trail a deer, but got a little bit of time to kill, so what else do you do besides shoot cactus? Nothing else to shoot at.
Got him.
Yes. Tired of pulling arrows out of it.
I'll swap you.
Say that cactus is pretty well finished.
Yeah, that old cactus. He's had some better days. We're moving in now to at least check out the blood, head up the trail, see if we can at least lay eyes on him before it gets dark yet today. So who knows? Maybe he's dead, or maybe we can get another arrow in him.
Find out.
How'd you find that thing? It's tiny.
I have no idea. It's a good question. Saw it next to this bush here, and it looked like a stick, and then I saw the little pedicle thing. It's like, no, that's a shed. Giant, too.
Well, that's how you know you're looking for blood close.
Yeah, I know. If only it was blood.
No kidding.
Well, it's dark now, and we've been blood trailing for a couple hours, and we started out with really good blood, and really we aren't that far into the trail. I mean, 100, 150 yards at most, maybe. He came up over the top of this ridge where I saw him run, and looks like he's kind of dropping down into this bottom below this hill we were glassing this morning. So we had good blood for a while, and it kind of looks like it plugged up now, maybe with some of that gut material. You know, as a hunter, you always want to make that perfect shot, but the reality is, you know, it doesn't happen like that every time like you want it to. As bad as I would like to have seen that arrow just disappear behind the shoulder, I mean, it is what it is. It's a gut shot. We're gonna get up in the morning, gonna glass, and then after that, we're gonna come over here and look hard because, like I said, a gut shot deer's a dead deer, but it doesn't always mean they're gonna be easy to find. So hopefully we got some good news for you tomorrow, but for now, I'm gonna start the hike back, I guess, and prepare for a big day tomorrow.
Yep. Maybe you only went 200 yards, maybe it's 1,000 yards.
I don't know. One way to find out.
We'll find him. Got a lot more searching to do.
A lot more.
Glassing over where we saw the deer yesterday and where Zach shot his. We couldn't see him. We were hoping maybe, we glassed up there quite a bit, hoping maybe we could see him bedded down dead there. But our plan right now is we're gonna hike back all the way up around the mountain, get back over to where Zach shot his buck yesterday and pick up the trail again. Hopefully we can find some blood. If not, we're just gonna grid search until we can find him.
Well guys, we just spent the last several hours, actually most of the day, looking for this deer, and we went to where we found last blood last night, and that was the only blood we could find, so we started grid searching after that, and we covered this whole mountainside. I covered that whole bottom down there thinking maybe we'd stumble onto him or some blood to give us some direction, and we decided to regroup here at the packs, and we decided we gave it everything we could. There's really nowhere else we could look right now. Every part of me wishes that we were packing out a buck right now, but that's bow hunting. That's the way it goes, and this one just stings a little bit because it's a Coues deer. Would have been our first one, but you know, just got to stay positive and keep going. We gave it what we could and couldn't ask for much more than that. So these last few days have flown by in the blink of an eye. We've just learned an incredible amount. Definitely deepened our respect for these critters we get to chase around here out in the desert. As far as chances go, we were definitely in the game about every day as far as getting cracks. We had an arrow in a deer, and he's got to be out here somewhere, but as you can see behind me, this is a nightmare in trying to find a deer in, but it's bow hunting. It's the way it goes, and it ain't always easy. If it was, everyone would do it. It's a wrap here in Arizona. It's been a blast, and some of the best memories I've made all season have been right here. So thanks for watching.